Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to True Telos Trading. Today is the 6th of January, 2026. We have another trade on not such a good quality stock. It's actually an F quality stock. It rated a 3 on the True Telos trading grading scale, but we traded it nonetheless. I traded this stock because it matched what I thought would be a very big mover according to what's currently happening in the United States. It's an energy stock. It just had very good news, and I was thinking this is something that I can definitely make 10 to 20 cents per share off of, and I didn't even put it into my True Telos trading grading scale. I actually kind of snap bought it. I got my little bit of profit, and then I got out. It made a small move later on in the morning, but we'll get into that when we are looking at the chart. Let's go ahead and get into this stock to see how we traded it today. The stock that we traded this morning, the ticker was IMSR. Again, today's date is the 6th of January, 2026. The stock did have breaking news. Let me go back and see this news on this stock just so I am correct over what I'm telling you all. So the stock had news of it had launched a like a nuclear reactor project with the Department of Energy backing it. And I thought that that was pretty significant, especially with what's happening in the world today. This would be a +3 here. It had over 10 million shares for a float. It actually had close to 90 million shares for a float. This will be -1. Since it was over 20 million, we do a -1. It was not trading over the 200 moving average. The 200 moving average is up there at $12. When I bought this stock, I bought it at $8.83. So this would be a 0 here. It was not up over 40%. As a matter of fact, when I looked at it, it was actually below 25%. So this would be a +0 here. It was below $10. At least I got that right. It was below $10. Like I said, I bought it at $8.83. This would be a +1. It was not the top 3. It was actually number like 7 on the top gainer scanner. This would be a 0, and it's definitely not at any all-time highs. This will be a 0 here. If we add all of these together, this gives us a score of 3. And according to our True Telos trading grading scale, a score of 3 is an F quality stock. We actually use a strategy called dip to resumption. I saw price dip for a second off of decent volume, and I bought the dip and I sold it for 12 cents of profit. So only 12 cents of profit per share. I was only able to buy about 34 shares of this stock. And with 12 cents of profit, and we were only in this for like 30 seconds. We were only in this trade for literally less than 30 seconds. It gave me a profit today of $4.07. Very, very, very small profit, but a profit nonetheless. So why did I buy this stock here, especially with it being a 3, very, very, very low score? I've started to do a little bit of research into stock floats, and I'm realizing that this may be a little mistake on my part to have it as part of my True Telos trading grading scale here, because while the stock float represents the shares that are available to trade, that doesn't mean that all of those shares are available to trade. Like a stock float could be 90 million, but they only have 2 million available for everyone to trade. And I see these stocks that have 140, like 200 million share floats, making these huge moves off of very, very small volume. And I'm thinking, that really shouldn't be possible. If I can see a stock that's $20 with a 150 million share float trading off of 400,000 shares of volume and making a 100% move, but I see a stock that's $2 and a 5 million share float trading like 3 million shares of volume and only making a 10 cent or a 20 cent move, I'm thinking like, what is going on here? Like this doesn't seem very accurate. And I'm did a little bit more research into it, and I'm figuring out that just because the float is this doesn't mean that all of those shares are available to trade. And I have to go off of price action as well as my level two just to determine if the stock is worth getting in or not. And it's going to be a work in progress. This is going to be an ever evolving thing in how I trade and how I grade the stocks, and I only want to improve on it. And I think I'm on the cusp of something actually really good. So I'm going to continue my research, continue what I'm doing, continuing to refine the way that I trade. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get into the chart to see how we traded this stock today. This is the stock we traded this morning, IMSR. As you can see, it was making a pretty big move. I did not see any of this, going from 7 all the way up here to $8. I didn't see any of this move because when I'm looking at my top gainer scanner, I only have the top 6 stocks in the market pulled up. And this was like down here in like number 10 or something because it was only like a 20% or less than 20% move when it was moving up here. So I did see the stock pop up um, on my news, my news headlines. I get to see all the news headlines of stocks popping up because I pay for the Warrior Trading Day Trade Dash. So I remember seeing this stock, seeing the news on it, pulling it up, seeing that it was moving, decently, and it was something that I always ask myself in the morning. One question: if it's according to my True Telos trading grading scale, and is it possible to make 10 to 20 cent per share off of the stock? This one was one of the ones that I was pretty excited about. While it didn't match my True Telos trading grading scale, it was prominent to me because it's an energy stock and it had decent news. And considering where we are today in the current economy, especially with the things happening in Venezuela, I thought that energy stocks would be prime. A prime sector, especially with everything that's happening. So I was looking at this stock and I saw a few more things popping up as well. This thing hit my gapping up scanner when it broke this level here at $8.50. So on this candle, I saw it moving up. It got to a high on this candle of $9.04. The thing, it didn't get to that high quite yet. So I saw it moving up on this candle right here. I bought the pullback here. I tried to get in at about 780, but the spread was pretty good. I filled at 8, or I said 780 at 870, but I filled at 883. And you can see the whole trade is just on this one candle here. I filled at 883, and I tried to sell up there at the top. I actually hit the sell button at 9, but I caught just that little bit of slippage and filled at 895. Just 5 cents off, but still a profit nonetheless. I got 12 cents per share on this out of this 34 shares. That's what gave me that $4.07. The scale is going to be ever changing. This wasn't a good quality trade, probably why it's not a very profitable one. But just me asking those questions doesn't match the True Telos trading grading scale. And am I able to make 10 to 20 cent per share off of this trade has helped me in getting a few wins. As a matter of fact, I think this is the 6th day. It's a 6-day green streak. Not a lot of profit being made, but we are seeing ourselves getting better when it comes to the percentage of us winning. This is something I definitely want to keep going. I think the scale is going to be ever evolving, especially with me learning everything that I am learning and being able to put it to work in the markets as we see here. If any other changes comes with the True Telos trading grading scale, I'll be sure to inform everyone, and I'll be sure to keep uploading everything that I do in every way that I trade. If you enjoy this content, please don't be afraid to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask me. I'm an open book when it comes to everything that I'm doing. I hope you all are enjoying this journey, and I will see you all tomorrow.